Um, all right, good evening. So happy that you're here. We are in the official second week of January. And so this is kind of one of those times where we kind of connect to see how we started the beginning of the year, how we're doing, checking in, if we're still staying strong to our goals and things that we, our intentions as we are moving into 2021. And just kind of an opportunity to bounce ideas off for what's working, what's not working, any frustrations, any non-scale victories, scale victories, pant size victories, whatever we want to talk about. Even just passing, like today I didn't have bread. I didn't want to have any bread items. It was very difficult. I was toasting sourdough for my children, but that's a win for me because I do believe gluten affects me. And so I really need to stay focused on just passing on those extra bites or little additional things. So that is one of my little victories for the day. Kay, how do you bring some of
I think
what you're thinking?
Since starting 9-week Control Freak, I feel like my nutrition has been in the zone. It's kind of like just having a new workout has been motivating me to want to really focus on my nutrition choices. So I feel like the past 2 weeks I've really been good following 2B and being dinner and done. I've been drinking a lot of tea at night to help with being dinner and done. But it's going really good. I have realized since starting 9-week Control Freak, I'm definitely more hungry during the day. I've been getting hungry right after I eat breakfast, and then even after lunch, that 3 o'clock hour, I'm more hungry too. But I'm probably burning more calories and all that, so I've kind of just been adjusting and increasing snacks and protein throughout the day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jess? Sorry, you're momming over there at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go in your room now. I've been doing good. I have 2 more weeks left of my bear program, and I felt like the last few weeks I've been getting kind of bored of it. So I've been kind of my mind's trying to get me to go back to the way I was, and I'm just like, no. And then I find something new, and then I concentrate on that, and that helps me. And then with food, I noticed at night I'm starting to get my sweet tooth back. So I've been doing second Shakeology, because that right there, 3 sips in and my cravings are gone.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's
I feel
huge.
like Shakeology is a great snack. Afternoon snack, we've talked about that. But for sure, if you're having those cravings, it's the best thing you could grab. It's the most balanced, and you don't guilt-free thing that you can.
Yeah, I tried that Shakeology mug cake. That was good, but I'm not big on chocolate or cake and stuff like that, so it didn't really satisfy anything. And then if I was just reaching for more veggies to because I want to munch, then I was mentally getting unfit. So I was like, okay, this is not working.
No.
So the Shakeology really helped.
Okay, good.
That's how Shakeology really helps me too. And I love to put a little whipped cream on top, and it just totally satisfies any cravings that I have.
Yes.
I love that. You also now that you're on this, I would love to kind of hear how you're thinking, because you messaged in the group. It seemed like you were a little frustrated or that you hadn't lost. You're frozen on my page, so I'm not sure if you're hearing the words that I'm saying. But we'll pivot that because
yes.
but it's just, I think that's what's so important, is talking about it. For me, I made sure to have cut celery and take carrots and a seltzer water to the skate park today with the kids.
Planning ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Just because sometimes I do want to like mindfully, you know,
Yeah.
snack or grab something. And so, or mindlessly want to just like
Yeah.
be doing something. And they ended up eating most of them. I got a couple of the celery snacks on the way home. But um if I'm to do that at night, no way would that like curb any sort of craving. So I think
Yeah.
talking about it, bouncing ideas off, like what other people, and asking those questions, Jess, is so valuable, to be having the Shakeology again, or to just like, how do other people, curb their cravings? Because
Yeah.
some love the
One
mud cakes.
Yeah, one super good crunchy vegetable I've been eating. I was making turnip fries in the air fryer, and I was eating just like the raw turnips, and they're like so crunchy. I felt like I was eating chips. And I had never really had raw turnips. I would just like happen to try it, but then I put a little bit of salt on them, and they were delicious. I ate like a whole turnip raw, but
I
yeah,
love
but it was really
that.
good. It was kind of like a radish.
Yeah,
Kind of like
because when
similar
I
like
bought
that.
them the first time, I'm like, what is a turnip? And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like a radish.
And I peel it to get all the skin off, and then I was chopping it into like little French fries. But then it was easier to chew too, because they're kind of tough when they're in bigger chunks. But if
Yeah.
they're thinner, they're like just crunchy and yummy. I was satisfied.
Oh,
My
good.
pre-dinner cravings.
Yeah, I know. I almost made that comment because the other night or was it last night? I was like prepping dinner and I was like snacking on veggies. And then I
Mm-hmm.
was super like nervous, excited about a Zoom call I was getting on. And so then I didn't even eat the dinner. I was like, I think I just munched. I was like
On veggie.
snacking. Yeah.
Veggies
Um,
most.
yeah. So I felt I felt okay about that. Stress eating on veggies. But
Yeah.
okay, Jess, you're back.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I don't know what was happening.
No, it's okay. I was like, we
comfortable
gotta
at
pivot.
all.
Yeah. um, but
I'm
I felt,
sorry.
no worries. I felt like you were a little frustrated earlier, like just with your weight loss or something. Did were
Yeah.
you?
So
Yeah.
like normally I like since I started working out continuously and on this diet, which has almost been 2 months now, and then or I shouldn't say diet, I should say lifestyle.
Yep.
I've been losing like about 2 to 3 pounds a week. And it's been pretty consistent. It might be like 4 ounces one day and then, 2 ounces the next day, but it totals out to be that much a week. And then I weigh every Tuesday. When then I weighed this week, I'm still the same. And then I weighed this morning and I gained a pound. And I'm looking at the scale like, we were friends. What's going on? So I don't know. But I feel smaller. I feel slender. I can tell in my pictures that my hips are getting slender. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm at that point now to where I'm actually starting to build up some kind of muscle and I'm not burning off so much fat.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, oh, just be patient with it, sister, because I think one of the most amazing things, like for you were able to see the scale go down right away. And then that's called a quick win. And so then that gives you confidence, and that empowers you to keep going. And so some people don't get that after their first week, after their second, and then they stop checking in because they're like, this isn't working for me. And so it's so mental, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like, wait, what's going on? Why is it not working? So it's
Yeah.
staying true to it and staying the course. But then also really, I know you've been diving into your tracker. So really looking at like, okay, what are the side by sides of like a weight loss day, and then what maybe happened here? Did I not get as much water here? Were my veggies more here?
That's what I did that. I did
Okay.
exactly that. I went back last night, my tracker, and I was looking and I noticed that I've been coming up just a little, well, probably about 30. So the last couple of days. So I'm like, well, maybe that has something to do with it. And then I'm like, I know I've been eating my veggies. I've been sticking to my routine pretty fairly. I said my dinners have been, I don't eat carbs for dinner. You know, it's 75% vegetable, 25 protein. So I don't understand. I don't think it's my eating. I just think it's water and trying to continue to be more active throughout the day.
Okay. Okay.
And then one thing, Jesse, I would say if it like continues to happen and you feel like you are plateauing, Ilana has that video that says like, help, I've hit a plateau. And I think she has like some good tips in there. And also there's like an office hours that talks a lot about like on that plateau. So maybe kind of go back and rewatch some of those videos.
Yeah, I can't remember where I was. I don't know if Jessica posted something about it or not. I think when she was going through the Beachbody on Demand website thingy, she was scrolling through and she's like, oh, look, there's so much resources down here to your hand. And I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
There's so many things. I feel like I'm still so new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
I feel like I'm still so new that like I forget everything and I have to like relearn it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing where those resources are. Oh, sorry. Knowing where those resources are, or again, I think it's so critical that we discuss it, because if this struggle's happening for you, we know it can be happening for other people. Or when you have people who start to change their lifestyle, you know, that are trying the tips that you're giving them. I always say there's following to be mindset, and then there's following to be mindset. There's tracking to be mindset, and then there's tracking to be mindset. So it's a lot of our perceived what we're doing and then what we're actually doing. But when you're doing it and you know that you're doing it, like, so then it's like, okay, well, where's the discrepancy? So being able to reference that, but then also being able to like speak to that and be like, oh man, I remember when this happened to me, you know, like, so then you're going to be able to speak to that from a more like more confident area because you're going to go through it. So, just staying the course, I think, is like a huge thing too.
And then, one other thing, she does those like monthly videos where she like interviews somebody. A lot of those, most people like do hit a plateau as well. And sometimes they'll like share things that they've learned through it. I've only watched like 2 of them, but they were like pretty informative. Just like hearing others.
That's cool. I'm gonna have to check those out.
Yeah. I think
good resource.
They have great resources in there and like goals and things like that, you know, like, I don't know, in the month or the mindset menu, or I don't know. It's just, they're always coming out with things. And so it's just like, just focusing on nutrition, you can get so much. And then when you're doing it all, you know, when you're working out and everything, it's, and being a mom and doing all the things. And so it's like, sorry, my connection. It can be hit and miss, but I think getting back to it, just like communicating is so powerful. Yeah. Kay, did you have any victories or anything you wanted to share, just like that had?
I feel like my biggest one, just being dinner and done these last couple weeks, because that was like at the end, like November, December, I was having such a hard time. Like I would like go have a little piece of dark chocolate. Oops, hold on, sorry. I would go have a little piece of dark chocolate, and then usually that would like satisfy me before, but then it was like almost making it worse, and I like would keep going back and like getting just little snacks, like, so then I'm like, I can't even, like, if I do the little piece of dark chocolate, it almost like makes me want more. So just by like taking that away and sticking more to tea, I've had like way more success. And that's something like I used to be fine with just doing like a little bit of chocolate, but now it's really spiking my sweet tooth.
Yeah, that's good awareness. How about your energy? Because you said like towards the end of December,
you
were eating more carbs and just like not as
Yeah,
nutrient
I
dense, fiber
definitely
filled.
I'm doing so much better now. I've been doing Energize in the mornings because I have a hard time. I want to drink Energize, but then sometimes I want just like coffee, and I was trying not to do both. But I've been just doing Energize, and I'll have like some herbal tea or something in the morning. And that's been helping me too, and that will kind of like carry me into the morning. And then even in the afternoon, since starting 9-week Control Freak, my energy has been super good. And the days have been long at work, so it's nice like getting home and still feeling good, and not just going to lay on the couch.
Right. Right. Not just ready to crash after the day.
Yeah. So it's been good. I feel like 9-week Control Freak has been like a reset for me that I really needed.
Good.
And I love it. I recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, it definitely has come in, and I didn't know what to expect. So it definitely
It's not what I expected. I don't know. I like it more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jess, and I know you said you had your next plan. You're doing MBF after bar.
I was going to.
Oh,
I want to. Every day I go back and forth. I want to, and then I don't want to. I know. What's her name? Elise, I think is how you say her name. The instructor for Bar Blend.
Yeah.
She's doing a year-long thing right now for 2021.
Oh.
Jumping on board and trying to do that. But then yet I think to myself, like, well, there's been sometimes I've been kind of bored, so I don't really want to do that for a whole year. So I don't know what I want to do. I keep going back and forth.
Okay. I love MBF. I vote MBF.
I know. Well, you're in an MBF crowd.
Have done. Yeah, I feel like I have done workouts before, and I lost lots of weight before, and I've always hit like little plateaus, and then that tells me how I overcame it before was I dig deeper or I do something different. I got to switch it up, and I might be a part of what's happening with me now. So that's why I'm kind of thinking like MBF would be cool, because then I'm at,
Yeah. It will definitely shock your body. And if you are eating to be, like we had Alyssa lost 26 pounds in the like MBF and MBFA. And then Kaylee lost 10 pounds following, like Kaylee started with MBF and just started to be mindset. And she took to the nutrition piece so well, and she got certified in it. Jess, that's something to think about for you too, because you're really diving into it. And so then it just like allowed, like her body was changing in all sorts of ways, and she had energy, and that's where I was getting back to like her energy piece. So,
and with like doing the certification, Alana goes like so much deeper into like basically like the science behind it and like why this is working in our bodies. And like just listening to that like gave me like, it makes it easier to follow because like you just have a better understanding. But yeah, the certification was really good, and just so I got so much knowledge from it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you do MBF first and then MBFA? Is that what's next or after it?
Yeah. And then MBF, they're 30 to 35 minutes. Is that right, Nikki? MBFs are a little shorter than MBFA.
Yeah. Yeah. I like, if time is a huge thing, MBF, like you could do that back to back, before you would need to do anything, or you could just do MBF one time and then go on to a different program. I know that having a lot of us doing 9-week Control Freak, if you're like me, I'm a FOMO person. So when I know a lot of people are doing something, I'm like, wait, why am I not doing that? But if you're okay with like staying true to your course, then, just checking in or having the conversations, what you're enjoying, what the types of things that you like.
Yeah.
I know that we have a new program coming in April. I think Shanti's is we're going to start getting information on it sooner. That is going to be a dance oriented one, but she's like, Did you
Wait,
see
just watching this
Sierra the
feeling
other
of
day?
just
She was like,
yes, I did. I saw her. She was going like this. That was great. It made my morning. I went on bar blend when she does her little twiddles with her feet. I
yeah.
just stand there. I'm like, I can't do that. I have a hard time knowing what leg to what arm. And you want me to twiddle with my feet? I can't do that.
Yeah. No. So I think like that's also what's nice is there are some programs that you're like, okay, I don't need to do that new one, so I'll be able to do this or something like that. So, but if you're okay doing 7 days a week, then MBF, like we're a big fan of it.
Is
Huh?
it like constant workout 7 days a week, or is it different one day a week, or do you have like a yoga day or something like that in there? Or
It's Monday. You do legs, lower body burn. Tuesdays and Thursdays are a core circuit, so more like abs and a little more cardio. And then Wednesday is upper body, and then Friday is full body burn. And then Saturday and Sunday they're 25 minutes a piece, and 25 like circuit, and then right.
Yeah, Saturday is
like
like
a
a little
circuit.
circuit. Yeah.
And then Sunday is like a flexibility stretching day, more kind of like dynamic movement stretching.
Yeah.
well, see, I kind of like that though too, because it's not the same every day. So then like you change it up. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Another program, it also, I mean, you're doing bars, so you feel awkward, but 10 rounds is a 5 day a week one. And so that's something else to consider because I know isn't bar or is bar 6 days? I can't remember, but
Bar is 5 days a week.
okay.
Barb is 5 days a week, and for 8 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. So 10 rounds is 5 days a week as well. And so it has like 3 boxing, but they're like different emphasis. And then the 2 middle ones are like weight training, and they're shorter term because they're like a circuit as well. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, it really is the Netflix of workouts. And so, you know, the last thing you want to do is get bored right away, like you're in your first program and I think you have that like natural push and fire to get through. You're looking forward to finishing strong, you want to see what your day 1 to the last day is, and you like mentally, I can tell, are just pushing through even if you have a little bit of that waiver. But in general, other programs, it's like staying in tune with how you are, because you want to be, it's your life. Like, so if it's not working, we got to pivot at some point, but I'm so excited for you with finishing bar and like seeing your full 8 weeks and your effort.
I'm dying to take measurements right now, but I'm like, no, wait, because I'm afraid that if I take measurements right now, I'm like, oh, thought I would have lost more. So that's why I wait until the end, because I want that full wow factor.
Yeah.
And give yourself yeah.
Go ahead.
Applause.
One thing that I've noticed too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. One thing that I've noticed with the programs, like I tried Lift 4, and I noticed that like in some programs they like give you a lot more like motivation, like life messages, and I kind of like when they're like doing a little more like motivation. And like some programs have more of that, some have less, but I kind of like the ones that are more like rounded and not like just explaining how to do the exercises. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
like Autumn,
no, I like Barb Blend. I think it's really great. I like how she talks and she pushes you through, and they count down with you. I like that. If I have to wake up at like 3:30 or 4 in the morning, because drinking Energize 30 minutes before workout, sometimes the moves make me want to puke, and I don't want to do that. So I have to give myself extra time to wake up and drink it and like, come to before I just jump in and work out. So that part's a little hard.
That's funny.
That
I
is
chug mine
true.
literally. I usually try to chug my Energize moments before as I'm getting dressed. And yeah, luckily I'm okay, but I'm jumping around instantly after drinking it. Happy I'm not the only one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I love that. Well, if
Wait, I have one shout out. Mariah, she has been following 2B. She has lost over 6 pounds since she has started.
nice.
So shout out to Mariah. Keep it up. So exciting.
Actually, I too, I talked with Haley today. So if you guys didn't see or did see the traveling weight loss pants,
Oh, that's so cute.
she is down 7 pounds and feeling good. She's doing 21-day fix until her 9-week control freak stuff comes in. But she has been enjoying, and she does her meal prep after she does her workout in the morning, she said, and she's just feeling good. So that is a shout out to Haley and her kind of, she had joined just before Christmas, but then like Christmas happens, and so it was kind of like
Craziness.
yeah. So she's like, I'm officially down 7 pounds. And then then we were talking about the pants, and she had that amazing idea. Cause I was like, we always talk about team no pants because people are going through their pants. So it was a fun idea. It doesn't need to be just pants, but just like an opportunity to kind of like share amongst the team, in a fun spot to share kind of stuff like that. So that is awesome. I'm excited for Mariah. I know Mariah was wanting to maybe do 9-week control freak. And so, and then I also said like MBF and stuff is still out there. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have
I'll
had
talk
that
to her about that.
conversation.
Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
then, yeah, so it's been fun. I know that you guys have gotten together, and when I see the veggies or like when they share something on Instagram, I get so like those proud coach moments or whatever, like look it. And
Veggies most.
Jess, you've been doing an amazing job sharing on your
Yes,
social, your journey, just like what you're doing. There's like,
I love all your posts too. They're
yeah,
like
there's,
motivational.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, and it's no like questions of what's, you're just explaining your process of how you're doing your life, which I think is awesome. So keep that up. You're pro.
Yeah, I'm just over here doing me in my little world.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So I want to allow you guys to get going on your night and be respectful of your time. I thank you so much for being here, for sharing, and just staying the course, and also just like the good, bad, ugly in between, the mess that life is. But we're doing it together and feeling good, feeling stronger every day that we make those choices. So water first, veggies most, with a smile on our face, bringing the light to the world. We'll be here next week. If you're able to catch the call at 5:30 p.m. tonight for our self-care hangout session, I hope you can. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.